Boosie and Ralo. Ralo said something that I disagree with. So let's go over our article. Boosie Badass has hit out at Ralo. After the former Cash Money rapper made derogatory comments about his age. Speaking on Instagram Live, the recently freed Ralo made it clear he was not interested in performing in his 40s and cited Boosie as an example he doesn't want to follow. This is insane. I'm focused on signing artists and being a CEO of a label, he said. So let's play the clip.
I'm focused on signing artists and being a CEO of a label. Like, I'm going to get old one day. I ain't trying to be on stage like Boosie rapping when he 40, 50 years old. I ain't trying to be doing that. I want to pull up like Birdman with my artists, or pull up like QCP with my artists, or you know, the other side, you know, all them old, you know, say their name. I don't care, but I don't answer to nobody but God. You hear me? I do not answer to nobody but God. So this tongue right here, this shit might say some shit that you probably just be like, oh, so tripping. I don't answer to nobody but God. So, and then I'm gonna say some pious shit. I'm gonna do the right thing by the people. I ain't gonna say no old bad shit. But I might slip and say some shit, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean I ain't telling y'all this follow the boots or nothing against me. I ain't telling y'all to do that. I'm gonna do the right thing.
Boosie responded after that and said this on Twitter. I have not spoke on you in years, he tagged Ralo. You still hurt by what you did. What you did, LOL, I'm grateful. I'm still making $150K a weekend and selling out shows. You don't have a rap career and you will never have one. And you're right. You should be a CEO. Because one thing you can't do, hold on, the tweet is loading, man. Damn, Boosie wrote a lot. One thing you can't do is make music. God did not give you that talent. Leave hip-hop alone. Hashtag leave hip-hop alone. That's wild. Every other month you mentioning me, SMH, get me off your mind and stop using my name for clout. You got my name. If you want to tell me something, you got my line. Sorry. This is like, it's hard to read some of these things, man. They just be typing shit. I'm the same guy, did a verse and video for free for you when you was locked up and refused to take the 10K you was trying to pay me. You get no points for shit like this. Anyway, I'm about to listen to these beats and make some music. I just hope you're not doing the same thing. That's a funny response, man. Ralo responded on video. This is what he had to say.
How in the hell you gonna get mad at me because I said I ain't want to be of a certain age on stage rapping? I ain't say nothing was wrong with the goats going on motherfucking stage rapping and doing their motherfucking thing. I just personally don't want to do it. He might like a red car. I might want a blue car. That don't mean I hate the motherfucking red car. That just simply mean I just prefer the blue car, even though I love red. But however, motherfucker can't say everybody on the block, or Ralo this is this. Man, I ain't diss that motherfucker nigga. Like, hey, have a good time. That's on him. I just choose that when I get that age, I want to be worshiping my Lord. I want to be, deep involved in my religion and in my community. That ain't what I want to do. I don't want to be doing that type of. That's just me, period, home. They ain't dissing on other that's doing.
I agree. I don't think Ralo was really dissing him. He just kind of used somebody that came to his mind as an example that's still performing and, whatever, making money off their shows. If Boosie's actually making $150K a weekend just to perform, hey, man, more power to him. At the end of the day, I think in today's hip-hop world, the beautiful thing about hip-hop, it's 51 years old, and now there's a specific audience for each artist. It's no longer corny in my eyes, or I think in most people's eyes, to perform in your 50s right now, and even 60s. Because we're getting there with a lot of artists. We're getting to the age where a lot of artists are going to start turning 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. They're going to be in their 50s. And if they perform and do music still, are we going to look at them as corny? So let's see. How old is Jay-Z right now? Jay-Z is 54 years old. And people still want a new Jay-Z album. How old is Eminem? Eminem is 51 years old. And people still, Obviously, just recently, Death of Slim Shady, people streamed that, listened to the album. Dr. Dre is 59 years old, about to be 60 years old, and we're excited for a new Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg album. Let's see how the old Snoop Dogg is. 52 years old, and we're still excited for a Snoop Dogg album. Lil Wayne, 41. That's not too bad. 41 years old. So there's nothing really wrong with being older in hip-hop now. I think back then there was a lot more of a stigma. That's why Game, you 38 and you still rapping, I'm 28, so is the Dubs. That's why he said that shit, because back then there was a lot of stigma. If you were like in your late 30s or 40s and you're still making music, people would call you corny. People would stop rocking with you. But now there really isn't, man. Because of social media, because of the internet, because of just everything being connected, there is still an audience for those artists that are in their 50s and 60s and 40s and blah, 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 blah. The Game, as a rapper, he is 44 years old. He's about to drop the documentary 3, and he actually turns 45 in about a couple of months. So he's actually 45 years old this year. And yet, I'm still excited for the documentary 3. I don't really care how old he gets. I think if you still have the talent, you still have the passion, keep making music. I still want to hear it. If you don't have the passion and you're not really that talented, I think with 50, because I'm going to go back to 50 Cent again, I still want a 50 Cent album, but I think he doesn't have the passion anymore to do it. And it kind of rubbed that way. To me, it seemed like it rubbed me that way, no homo, no diddy, on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, because 50 was talking about, some of these rappers, like I had to work my ass off to become a decently good rapper. And these other guys naturally have to do it. He used the Kobe Bryant reference because Kobe Bryant didn't start out, being the best. He kind of got his way there and started, becoming one of the best in the league. So 50 used that reference and said, listen, there's other rappers that do shit way better than me. So I think 50 kind of is like, I had my run, I did my thing, sold as much as I could, I maximized my run, and I'm done. It's unfortunate because I think just one more album and I'll be satisfied, man. I'll never ask for another new album from him because he promised us Streaking Immortal. We never got it, but that's a whole different conversation. But I think I get where Ralo's coming from, right? He is talking about like, hey, at a certain age, man, I'm focused on my business. I'm focused on the Lord. I'm focused on just being overall, better in life and not doing music, because music really isn't the best thing ever. Like when it comes to being spiritual and stuff like that. He wants to be more the Birdman route, managing artists, promoting them. I get that. So that's respectful. I don't think he dissed Boosie, and I think Boosie took it the wrong way. But the internet, they're gonna flip things and say, why'd you say Boosie, blah, blah, blah. What's wrong with Boosie rapping? Yeah, I don't know. I think if you're really talented, you still have a fan base. And Boosie has a hardcore, certain demographic fan base that rocks with them, period. I mean, how old is Gucci Mane? Let's see Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane's got to be in his mid-40s. Easily. 44 years old. I was right, mid-40s. Let's see how old T.I. is. T.I. is 43. Let's see how old Young Jeezy is. He ain't no more young, man. Shit, Young Buck just dropped the Impeachment Project, and he's like in his 40s. Young Jeezy's 46 years old. He ain't young no more. His name is Jeezy. But, yeah, I don't care, man. To me, age doesn't matter. Keep dropping music as long as it sounds good. I don't give a fuck, man. Rap until you're 70. Doesn't matter to me, man. As long as you don't sound old on the record, as long as you sound good, you're sharp, you're with the times, because a lot of artists that you guys heard the Melly Mel thing when he responded to Eminem. That shit sounds so outdated. You got to be with the times, though. Can't be dropping no shit that sounds like it belongs in the 80s and you're over here trying to adapt to sounds in today's time, or you're not trying to adapt to today's sounds. So, hey, good discussion, though, man. I would love to ask a lot more artists about this and just have the discussion. But we'll keep our eyes posted, see if anything happens moving forward.